The Lake Garden residence can buy or bye-bye. Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Wee Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about an upcoming new launch condominium in Jurong, which is now known as the Lake Garden residence. Lake Garden is the newest condominium project to be launched after J Gateway in 2013 and Lake Grand in 2016. There hasn't been any new launch in Jurong except for those in the West Coast area. Is it worthwhile buying for own stay or for investment? Can we predict the price movement for Lake Grand residence by looking at past performance of nearby resale condominiums? As usual, I will do a SWOT analysis to assess its financial feasibility. Here, let's go straight into the detail. This 99 years leasehold site, which is previously known as Lakeside Apartment, is an en-bloc purchase by Wing Thai in May 2022. Wing Thai paid $274 million, or 14% above its reserve price of $240 million. This site measures 134,000 square feet with a plot ratio of 2.1. This works out to a maximum gross floor area of 282,000 square feet. The price works out to be 1,260 per square feet per plot ratio. Based on each plot, the break-even cost is $2,073 per square feet. The future selling price with a 15% profit margin will be approximately $2,400 per square feet. This is the artist's impression of two tower blocks side by side with communal facilities in the center. The apartment that faces the beautiful Jurong Lake will have morning sun. This is the view you can see from the 15th story. You will have 270 degrees unblocked view of Jurong and its surrounding. Those facing the back towards the HDB flats will have afternoon sun. It is approximately 70 meters away from the nearby HDB flats. These are the typical floor plans. I won't be going into detail. They range from 2 to 5 bedrooms. There are a number of new launches in Jurong and the surrounding area in the past years. I will use the comparison tools by each prop to compare them. I will rank them in terms of return by comparing the average price from the year of their launch to 2023. Take note, some of the properties are launched at different times. Therefore, please interpret the data at your own discretion. Anyway, let's study their performance. Firstly, we have Lakeview along Jurong Lake Link. Lakeview was launched in 2014 and completed in 2017. The average price during the launch was $1,325 per square feet. Today, in 2023, the average selling price is $1,598 per square feet. This reflects a 21% return since launch. These are the profitable transactions, and the analyzed return range from 1.5% to 5.6%. Most of the units that achieve a higher profit are 3 and 4 bedrooms. Lake Grand is another condo just across the street from Lakeview. It achieved a 24% return to date. Frankly, I'm very puzzled by the low return. I have a feeling this could be due to its layout. Let's take a look at the 2-bedroom layout. You have an open concept kitchen near the main door. This means if you want to do a proper meal, you will have to open your main door to let the fumes out. Else, the whole house will stink. Seriously, I have to respect those that can cook with such an open concept kitchen. This is the 3-bedroom layout. The kitchen is facing the balcony area. Sad to say, the balcony is also a laundry area in most condominiums today. So next time, when your neighbor cook, you better bring in your laundry. It really puzzles me. Why can't we have homes that are designed like HDB BTO flats? Practical and functional. J Gateway is the first condo to be launched near the Jurong MRT station. I recall the response were overwhelming and it was fully sold before some cooling measure announcement. Back then, many say, "Siao ah, pay so high per square feet for the suburb area." I can tell you, I also think they ki siao. But today price are 27% above the launch price. Not very impressive, but generally still decent. Next will be Lakefront Residence, which is directly next to Lakeside MRT station. It was launched way back in 2010 at an average price of $1,069 per square feet. Today resale price are $1,431 per square feet. This means prices have appreciated by 34% after 13 years. Anyway, prices look pretty attractive for the location next to an MRT station. Here, please don't say I never share lobang with you. Jurong, which is located in West Coast, was launched in 2018 and TOP last year. The launch price was 1,357 per square feet, and today it averaged around 1,850 per square feet. It achieved an impressive 36% return in just 5 years. Pretty awesome in my opinion. Le Quest, which is located in nearby Bukit Batok, achieved a 37% return. It really surprised me that prices have already touched 1,600 per square feet in this location. Most of the owners make 100,000 to 250,000 each. Not too bad, except that I think Le Quest Mall can be better managed. Anyway, Clement Canopy in Clementi achieved a stunning 37% too. From launch price of 1,342 per square feet in 2017 to a high of 1,841 per square feet in 2023. Good product, good location, TOP at the right place and at the right time. This is all I have to say. Here, what can we learn from the above? Property price will appreciate in the long term. Most, if not all, new launches in the West are profiting from a low of 21% to a high of 37%. Many factors affect their return. These include the initial selling price, market condition, future development, layout, and quality of the project itself. Wing Tai always prides itself on its well-thought design and 60 years in the property development business. It started off in 1963 in the garment industry before branching out into property development in 1978. It became more active only in 2017 when it developed the Garden Residence in Serangoon, followed by the M in Middle Road. This was followed by Lakeside Apartment en bloc acquisition in 2022 and most recently Holland Tower in 2023. By the way, I used to work for them many years ago in their business development department. Anyway, can the Lake Garden Residence appeal to the HDB upgraders and investors looking to park their money in the Jurong remaking story? This area always has a low inventory of private new homes. I expect the response to be well received, provided Wing Tai price to sell. My only concern is the lukewarm resale performance for both Lake Grand and Lakeview. Don't get me wrong, 21% to 24% return are pretty decent. But I still think they can be better. I think the weak performance lies in their design and may not be reflective in the future new launch in Jurong. On another note, the land it sits on measures only 134,000 square feet and can accommodate 306 new dwelling units. This is considered a mid-sized development. Such developments will usually have higher maintenance fees and lower resale transaction volume. Could this affect its resale prices in the near future? Wing Tai also overpaid by 14% more than the resale price. This will translate to higher prices to buyers. Can the buyers exit well in the resale market? This is the first condo to be launched in Jurong after Lake Grand back in 2016. Many HDB upgraders in the surrounding area are keen to upgrade to private properties. This could support its resale prices upon TOP. Moreover, the remaking of Jurong as the next business district is an additional incentive for buyers to hop into the bandwagon and ride along URA ambitious plan. The resale performance of Whistler Grand is a good example of this. Other than the usual interest rate and market rate, another concern is the competition next door. Parkview Mansion was sold en bloc to a consortium comprising CEL and Singhai. Their land cost is lower, and so is the break-even. The difference is 12% compared to Lakeside Apartment. CEL is a subsidiary company of Chip Eng Seng Construction. In short, they have their own construction arm and their break-even cost will be lower, which could translate to lower selling prices. There are also 2 executive condominium launches in Bukit Batok in the coming months. Their entry prices will be so much cheaper. Will they become a threat to Lake Garden Residence in the years to come? The Lake Garden Residence can buy or buy. Well, Lake Garden is selling a Jurong location, second CBD remaking story, and the proximity to the Jurong Lake. This project will appeal to those who wish to live next to a park and with an unblocked lake view. This is similar to seaside residence in the east, which has direct view of the sea. Anyway, don't expect it to come cheap. It will attract mainly affluent buyers that are willing to pay a premium for such a view. As usual, go for the bigger units if the budget permit. Nevertheless, the smaller unit will attract investors hoping to flip for the quick profit after TOP. By the way, my company is the appointed marketing agency. If you have plans to own a unit here, you can always reach out to me. By the way, Lake Garden residents will surely achieve a record-breaking price in the Jurong area. Will this spill over to the resale market? Will this ignite the next wave of en bloc in Jurong? Only time will tell. Anyway, that's all. Please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in the next video.